Hello, I'm James Sherwood. This week the government released its mid-term review. Well, this is mine. Oh, if you don't like bad language, you probably want to switch off at about 2 minutes 30. Okay. We're told it's a coincidence that every time this government develop plans to sort the country out, the needy get it in the neck, while people higher in the pecking order get much less to fret about. I can understand the feelings which can lead you to enjoy the rich. They've got loads of really nice stuff. But personally, I am more confused why you would hate the poor. Don't you think they've suffered enough? But maybe in his childhood, little David Cameron met a poor person who bit him on the knee. He's been in therapy since 1983. Now when he visits an estate, they crush a Valium in his cake, and a sedative is hidden in his tea. George Osborne suffered also, sad to tell. Some merciless librarians made his life a living hell, until one day he swore to exterminate their breed. And to this very day it still hurts poor George to read. Andrew Lansley has a thing about the sick. Since some Lothario with polio limped off with his wife, he wasn't all that pleased, you know, and so he spends his life assuming every patient's a philandering prick. And that's not all. There was another sad event when some one-parent families and those with disabilities and couples who have got no kids and all the country's charities and people who've not married yet and half the universities and would-be undergraduates, people who buy stuff from Greggs and pensioners and females and people who send emails, all gathered in an unforgiving mob and said something untoward about dear old Francis Lord. Well, they've really only got themselves to blame. If they don't want to be targeted, why start this stupid game? So next time the government pick up on the needy, don't forget that at the heart of it, it was the needy started it. And there's countless other stories, strange and sinister, about oppressed groups terrorising a defenceless minister. It's really just the thin end of the wedge. Eric Pickles has some weird thing about a childhood sledge. Of course, I've really got no evidence for this. But the weak have made a plaything of the leaders of our nation. But it suddenly occurs to me, perhaps, that there may be a rather more straightforward explanation. And the simpler reason was they victimised the needy because they're quite authentic, honest to goodness, bona fide cunts. They're quite authentic, honest to goodness, bona fide cunts. They warrant this description on a number of different fronts. They're quite authentic, honest to goodness, bona fide cunts. I've tried to explain it another way, that it's just their political ideology. But this particular analysis survives a more meaningful psychology. They're independently verified 100% cunts. They're independently verified 100% cunts. They're Michael Goves, the Nick Cleggs, and of course the Jeremy Hunts. They're independently verified 100% cunts. And it gives me no pleasure to say it, that our leaders basically abhor us. And it'll give you no pleasure either if you decide to join in the chorus. They're cast iron 24-carat common or garden cunts. They're cast iron 24-carat common or garden cunts. It's your fault if you voted for them, even if only once. They're cast iron 24-carat common or garden 100% quite authentic, honest to goodness.